Imagine waking up one day to find the ground beneath your feet burning. Not just for a moment, not for a day, but for decades. This isn't a scene from a horror movie, it's real life for the town of Centralia, Pennsylvania. What was once a thriving coal mining town is now an abandoned wasteland. Streets are cracked and warped, smoke seeps out of the ground, and warning signs are posted everywhere. Why? Because beneath this ghost town, a fire has been raging for over 60 years. How did this happen? Why can't the fire be put out? And most importantly, will it ever stop? Centralia wasn't always a ghost town. In the early 1900s, it was a bustling coal mining community. Hundreds of families lived here, kids played in the streets, and businesses thrived. But everything changed in 1962. It started with something seemingly harmless, an attempt to clean up the town. Officials wanted to get rid of a landfill by setting it on fire. This wasn't unusual. Towns often burned trash to reduce waste. But what no one realized was that the fire spread underground, into an abandoned coal mine. And once coal catches fire underground, it doesn't go out easily. At first, people didn't think much of it. Smoke would rise from the ground in certain spots, but life continued. Then, strange things started happening. Sidewalks became too hot to walk on. Vegetation died. Sinkholes started forming, some big enough to swallow entire trees. In 1981, a 12-year-old boy named Todd Domboski was playing in his backyard when the ground suddenly collapsed beneath him. He fell into a fiery pit over 4 feet wide and 150 feet deep. The only thing that saved him was grabbing onto an exposed tree root. This terrifying event made the world realize Centralia wasn't safe anymore. The government tried to fight the fire. They dug trenches, pumped water, even tried sealing off the oxygen supply. But nothing worked. The fire had already spread too deep. By the 1980s, the US government made a decision: Centralia had to be abandoned. They spent millions buying out homeowners and relocating families. Buildings were demolished, businesses closed, and roads were blocked off. What was once a thriving town became a wasteland. Today, Centralia is mostly empty. The fire still burns beneath the surface, moving at a slow but steady pace. Scientists estimate it could keep burning for another 250 years. A few people refused to leave. As of today, fewer than 5 residents remain, living among empty streets and smoldering ground. The government allows them to stay, but once they pass away, Centralia will officially cease to exist. Meanwhile, the town has become a strange tourist attraction. People from around the world visit to see the infamous graffiti highway and witness the eerie, smoking landscape for themselves. Some even claim that Centralia was the inspiration for the horror movie Silent Hill. So, what will happen to Centralia? The truth is, no one really knows. The fire could keep burning for centuries. The land is too unstable to rebuild on. And the town, once full of life, will likely fade completely into history. All because of a small fire that no one thought would matter. So the next time you hear about a simple mistake, remember Centralia. A place where one decision turned into a century-long disaster. If you found this story fascinating, make sure to like and subscribe for more mind-blowing stories from history and science. And tell us in the comments, would you ever visit a town that's still burning? Or would you stay far away? Until next time, stay curious. And stay safe.